Now we are also tracking Hurricane Idalia that's made landfall. Now it has weakened to a Category 2 hurricane now that we've seen the other side of that eye wall cross over land, and it continues to send a high amount of storm surge and high winds across much of the panhandle of Florida, and then moving off towards the north and east, moving across southern Georgia and South Carolina today before it emerges back out over the Atlantic. So here's what we're expecting today. King tides also making that flooding even worse with sustained winds at 120 miles per hour. We're going to be talking a lot about the storm surge because we're expecting it to surpass anywhere from 10 to possibly 15 feet, coming along with heavy rainfall, and hurricanes can also spawn tornadoes, which will be a threat throughout today. So for more on that, I send it back to you, Laura Marcus.
Thank you very much, Kari. Yes, Hurricane Idalia made landfall about an hour ago along the Big Bend region of the Gulf Coast. This is a look at the island city of Cedar Key near the eye of the storm. Look at all the water there. Idalia grew to a Category 4 overnight, but then it was downgraded to a Category 3 in the front end of that storm, leaving some areas just inundated with water.
Yeah, many of those at-risk areas left for higher and drier ground. A lot of people who live in those areas, they left a long time ago with those concerns over potential catastrophic damage. Now we get more from Today in the Bay's Damian Trujillo, who is outside of Tampa this morning.
We're here in Pasco County, city of Hudson, about 50 minutes north of the city of Tampa. The wind gusts have been coming and going for the last 4 or 5 hours or so. The eye of the storm is roughly 2 hours, 2.5 hours north of us, but the wind gusts are still here. So we get some rain clouds and a lot of heavy rain that sometimes lands here in our area. But this is an area that a lot of rescues are taking place. The rescue teams are here. The boats are ready to launch. We've witnessed 3 rescues so far. People who either refused to leave when the evacuation orders were given, or people who were in the middle of evacuating, but they got stuck in the process. And so now these rescue teams are having to go in and perform some of these rescues. We were told that a 1-year-old child also had to be rescued at some point. Some folks, authorities tell me, are refusing to evacuate, even though the water levels have been rising. When we got here a couple of hours ago, I was able to walk on that street where that tow truck was pulling out right now. Now you can barely drive on it if you have a big truck like that. And so there are a lot of rescue teams that are still here. They're going to be here for the remainder of the day until they feel like the folks here are safe and they've been cleared out. The water is expected to rise more in the next few hours or so, but the brunt of the storm, the brunt of the hurricane is still north of us, but the damage is all across the Gulf Coast. We are in Hudson, Florida, north of Tampa. I'm Damian Trujillo, NBC Bay Area News.